Okay, so let's talk about the comparable interface. This allows us to uh, pass in parameters in methods that are in an interface class or interface. Yeah, pretty much like inside an interface class. So what we'll do is we're gonna create a compare sentence class. So its job will be to compare two sentences, and we'll have a sentence class. Its job will be to hold the sentence until it gets used. So this will do public class compare sentence, and it extends to the sentence class. So now we'll do string sentence, and we'll set up a constructor. So we'll do public compare sentence, and we pass in the string sentence, and then we do super. That way we can initialize the constructor inside the sentence class. So we pass in sentence in here. Okay, now here we do public class sentence, and let's set up a sentence variable. So now we do a constructor, so public sentence string sentence. So the super pretty much takes this and stores it in here. Now this dot sentence equals sentence. There we go. Oh yeah, and then close this. Now let's do return a method that returns the sentence. So we'll do public string get sentence. And we'll just return sentence. All right. Now, back in the comparable sentence class, this is where we're going to start working with the comparable interface. So what we're going to do is set up an interface, and we're going to call this compare. So we'll do compare.java, and we're going to do public interface compare. But so we're not going to stop there. We're going to add an extra thing to it, but this is what we're going to do. So we're going to include public abstract string, and we're going to call the method compare underscore sentence. Now we're going to pass in a parameter in here. So we're going to figure out what this parameter should be. So what we have to do here is do implement. Let me move this to the left a bit. So the interface name is compare. Then we have to put something in here, and whatever is in there is pretty much going to be what we put in here, and we also have to include it in here as well. So what you usually put is some kind of data type. So for example, it could be integer string, and then you put like a variable to store it, like so like you put like the data type here, and then you put like a variable, or like for example e. So the data type we're going to put is like the compare sentence one, because the reason we're doing that is because the method we're going to be working with, it's so pretty much in the main class. So in the main.java class, we're going to do compare sentence. Sentence 1 equals new compare sentence, and we're going to have 2 of them, and then we're going to compare the 2. So in order to compare the 2 sentences, they both have to be of the compare sentence. They have to belong to the compare sentence class. So what we'll do is do compare sentence, and we'll put like a variable here. So we'll put e here, and then whatever we did there, we have to wait. Hold on. No. Sorry, I made a mistake. You don't include that e. You don't include the variable here. You included in the parameter. Sorry, that was my mistake. You just include the class name here, and then in the method you include the class name as well as the variable. So here there will also be a class name. So you put compare sentence, and then here you put compare sentence, and then you put a variable. So we can put e here. Now we have to in the compare sentence class we have to include a method that has the same properties as this. So we'll do public string compare underscore sentence, and then obviously its parameter has to be of this. So we do compare sentence e, just like that. And then here there's going to be a series of if statements. So we're going to do if, and recall we're going to be getting 2 sentences. So the first sentence we're going to do, since class compare sentence extends to sentence, we can use the get sentence method directly. So we can do get sentence, and we can get its length, just like that. Okay, and we're gonna see if this is less than. So pretty much the first sentence, it comes from the first sentence, it comes from this class sentence, and the second sentence, it comes from this parameter. So we will have to do e dot get sentence, and then we get the length. Okay, I'll show you later on, like in the main method, how this technique is working. And then if this is true, we will return a string. Return e dot get sentence is longer. Else, I'm gonna copy paste all of this again. There we go. I'm gonna shrink it a bit. There we go. Okay, so if it's the other way around, then we will return get. Oh, sorry. This should that you have to include those brackets. Okay, so if this is true, we'll do get sentence. Oh yeah. Oh wait, sorry. Remember this is a string, so if you do plus and then we do get sentence. There we go. And then for this one, we do this. Return get sentence. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry. E dot get sentence is longer. Sorry. And then return get sentence is longer. And oh, sorry, this should be an else if statement. Else if, and if neither of those are true, hold on, there you go. Then we just do an else statement and we return both are equal in length. Okay, and then we pretty much close it there. And now we're going to see how this works in the main method. So hold on, let me get rid of all of these. So in the main file, we do our usual public class main. And this is what we're pretty much going to do. So we're going to do compare sentence. And we're going to call this sent1. Will be equal to a new compare sentence. And pretty much what we'll put in here, it will be hello there. And then for the next one, we'll do sent2 will be equal to new compare sentence, and we'll call it there hello. Now to compare them, you do the following. We have to include in a print statement. We'll do sent1. So pretty much sent1, we open a new sentence, the new comparable sentence. So pretty much we go inside here, we pass in the sentence, so the sentence gets sent into here and gets initialized everywhere. Then we do is dot, and we call the compare sentence method. So dot compare underscore sentence, and then in here we pass in the sent2. Sent2 also belongs to the compare sentence class, and that's what we see here. And then this one, it's getting the sentence and the sentence length of sent1. And then the one with the E, it's getting the one for sent2. And then this will print out both are equal in length.